Good morning, dear student. Yesterday, we have discussed about foreign exchange rate and how the foreign currency comes in our country, how it goes, and why the different countries having the different rates. Uh, and we have discussed about the foreign exchange market. Today, Today I will teach you foreign functions of foreign exchange market. Generally, foreign and we have a study also we have discussed the players of foreign exchange market, and actually we can define foreign exchange market is a virtual or real place where currency of the different countries are exchanged with each other, or we can say a place where the foreign currencies are exchanged with domestic currency or dollars. These are this is called the foreign exchange market. Now this foreign exchange market performs three types of functions. Number first, transaction or exchange of goods and services. With the help of these foreign exchange rate, we can easily buy foreign goods and services, and we can sell domestic goods to the foreign countries. And this is called transaction or exchange of goods and services. Neither if this function the allows and promotes international trade, so that one country can easily export and import goods from one nation from domestic nation to another nation. Second function is transfer function. Now transfer function of the foreign exchange market says that the purchasing power parity, that is purchasing power capacity of a consumer, moves from one nation to another nation. Let us understand this with an example. Suppose India export 1 million crore dollars auto or textile to USA. Now the $1 million purchasing power shift from USA to India. Now purchasing power of the USA decreased and our purchasing power parity increased as an economy I'm talking about. Similarly, if we import the goods, the money or the currency goes from our domestic country to foreign country. Now India's purchasing power parity becomes less, and from where we have imported the goods, the it is added to their purchasing power parity. Now you might be surprising, what is purchasing power parity? Purchasing power parity simply means purchasing power capacity of a nation, of a rupee, of an individual, of a firm. It is called PPP, purchasing power parity. So transfer function transfers the purchasing power parity among the nations. Now third function is the hedging function. Now hedging and speculation, in Hindi we can call it satta, just like a share market. This is suppose now this let me explain this with a help of example. I have Suppose a person have $1 million and he had purchased the dollar when the dollars and Indian rupees rate was 63. Now the rate is 75. Now the now its earlier value is 63 million. Now it becomes 75 million. With keeping this money to a certain period, now gives me profit of around 12 million. 12 million profit. This function is also called hedging function. If suppose same consumer purchase the dollar at the rate of 63 and now the value of 1 million becomes a 63, if it reduce to 50, if dollars rate reduces to 50, now there is a loss of 13 million. So first one profit one is called the hedging, second one is called the speculation. So speculative purpose, so for this for example, if currency rate is going up, so transactor or the speculator or hedgers take the foreign currency, keep with them, and when it goes down, it starts selling. These two functions, speculation and hedging, together are called hedging and speculation function. In short, we can say that exchange of the currency with the currency only, with the motive of earning profit, is called hedging. Now I'm going to teach you another topic, types of foreign exchange rate. Generally there are two types of foreign exchange rate. Number first is nominal exchange rate, which is also called sometime nominal effective exchange rate, NEEF, and another one is real exchange rate. Now what is the difference between two? Let us understand with the help of example and their definition. First of all, nominal exchange rate, a monetary value of one currency with another currency. Suppose $1 is equivalent to 75. If any person gives you $1, then you have to pay 75 to, then it is a nominal exchange rate. Or we can say the value of one currency with the another currency is called nominal exchange rate. Here monetary value or purchasing power capacity of a currency is compared. In a second, real exchange rate or real effective exchange rate, REER, it does not show the monetary value of the commodity. Rather, it compares the value of one commodity and the value of same commodity in another country. For example, Venezuela, a country, sells 1 liter of a petrol of 50 paisa. I have given you example in the class many times. But for 1 liter of the petrol, a Indian have to pay 70 or 75. So now comparison of goods and services, the value of, now if value of goods and services are compared, so definitely if it is possible to purchase petrol from Venezuela and sell to India, it becomes an international trade. It is a profitable business. So in real exchange rate, the value of the commodity, goods and services are compared. Now you might have understand the difference between these two. Now I am going to teach you about what are the factors which affect demand of a foreign currency. First of all, the demand for foreign currency in a domestic currency increased. Number first, the if a resident want to purchase assets in the foreign country. These may be fixed asset, current asset, or आपका financial asset. Fixed asset, as you know, the building, these are called fixed asset, machinery, fixed asset. आपका then current asset, another, and financial asset, securities, bonds, and the shares. These. Now again, second, if anybody, if now the for investing in USA, suppose I want to purchase assets in USA, so definitely I must add the dollars. So dollars demand will increase. Second point, investment in foreign country. If a person, if a firm, if a nation want to invest in another nation, then the demand of that country's demand. Suppose India want to invest in USA, so American dollars are required. Now second, third, tours and tour. If many tourists goes from one country for another, for a business purpose, for a recreation purpose, and for different purposes, these are called the tours. If many tourists, if a country where many tourists goes, the demand of that country's demand goes up in the particular domestic country. For example, for doing Hajj, a Muslim woman from the Muslim man from whole world goes to Saudi Arab, Makkah, Medina. Now, for going Makkah, Medina, Indian rupees will not be accepted. So Saudi Arab's Riyal will be in great demand. This is the tour of, this tour is called pilgrimage, Tirth Yatra, and there are many destinations for religious tour in Uttarakhand, in for Hindus, and for Buddhas, Lumbini and Gaya, both Gaya, these are different destinations. For these purpose or are also demand of foreign currency increases, and there may be many other factors which may increase the demand. Speculation purpose also. If history shows that the dollar's rate never comes down, then speculative purpose, I may keep the dollars with me, and within a certain time I may earn a profit. So this speculative purpose also, the demand of the currency may increase. Now tomorrow's class I'll teach you the supply side of the foreign currency in domestic, and how the currency rate per day goes up and down, just like a share market, per second up and per second down. Why this happens, and which are the factors responsible for it, and in next class I will teach you. Thank you and have a nice